Yeah, Stein is fast.
Holy cow.
Hey, Stein. Hello, we're back with Stein, and I'm going to keep working. I don't have any oats or anything. I'm going to keep working on really just reading his body language. So I was just kissing, and he came over to me. Now he's just kind of making connection. There's still hay left over from breakfast, so he was just eating hay. Where are you going, huh? Where are you going? So here I'm just going to watch to see. Right now he's standing upright. He's not leaning. He's leaning towards me. So I'm just going to pet him. And I'm just working on that connection. Seeing how he feels. Taking a step back. Hi, you. Hi. You ready for me to put the halter on already? Well, let's see about this. Let's see, how do you feel about that? There, he's taking a step away from me, so I'm going to take a step away from him and say, oh, I see that you're nervous. Now, if he's going to walk, I'm just going to match steps. Oh, did you see him lean away? I'm going to take a step back. This is really what I'm looking for right now. So what I'm doing with this is I'm letting him know that I'm very aware of everything around us. If I can notice all of his little subtle moves. Looking, but I'm going to take it as maybe he's feeling a little nervous. Scratching him, he leaned away. I'm going to take a step back. He's coming to me. Give it a little bit of pressure here. There, if you give you a little bit of pressure, I'm going to step back again. There, he leaned away a tad. I'm looking for all those super subtle. Let's go get in front of the camera again. I'm looking for all the super subtle things. Hi. Hey. Come on. We've been eating for hours and hours. We were fed at 7 a.m. and now it's 3:30. And we're not truly hungry, right? Hi, you. Step back a little bit, and he came back to me a little bit. Hi, you. Yeah, that's good. leaned up. He just raised his head, so I'm going to step back again. Really working on letting him know that I'm aware of everything, all of his feelings. His head is pretty straight, but I would say it's even a little bit slightly away from me. There he's coming. Hello. Hello. I'm just going to work on that pressure again. A little bit more pressure. He's not really turning his head, he's moving his neck, but I want more, just a little slight give. So we're just going to keep working on that. Over towards me, but I'm really looking for that head to bend just there, that was good. I'm going to step away. So again, I was just looking for him to move his head just a little bit, just to get to that pressure a little bit. The reason I'm doing this pressure is specific because of something I read or did in the past. However, he pulls away some, so he's still not sure about that pressure. So when he gets really worked up, he's okay with pulling away. So maybe I'll be able to see that that pressure is okay. Look at that. He's looking and chewing already, guys. We have been out here for 7 minutes or so. I'm just going to walk with him. It doesn't matter if I'm right beside him. I'm just going to match steps. He's still licking and chewing in case he's not in the camera. Still licking and chewing. Still licking and chewing. I hope he's in the camera, but I got a feeling he's not. I'm going to come over here and hopefully maybe I can move the camera again. Well, now he's going to be in it. Hi, Stein. Hi. So remember that licking and chewing, when they do that, they're releasing the feel-good hormones, parasympathetic nervous system. When I try to remember the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system, I remember the sympathetic is like speed. Both start with the S, that's how I put them together. So the parasympathetic nervous system is when they're relaxing. So what he's got going on right now is that he wants to eat hay. Okay, so remember the first thing is to get their attention on us. It doesn't help that there's still hay out here. Hi, you. Hi. What happens if I come stand next to you? So I'm going to keep working on the same things here. Getting his attention onto me, and then just seeing how he feels. I'm gonna add steps again. Now, the reason that the sympathetic nervous system where the lymph is what they use on you in that fight freeze. So his head went away. I just mixed him back a little bit. So now it's turning away from me slightly. Okay, so we're going to do that whole pressure thing again, helping him turn. We'll see how he does. You okay with that still? His head went up just a little bit, so I'm going to release that pressure. His head going a little bit, even though it's just slightly going up, that's just him saying, oh, I'm a little bit nervous. Lip is twitching a lot. Okay, try this again. So right now, I just want to kind of compare where his head is at. We'll watch to see what it does during today's session. Where are you going? Huh? You're not eating right now. You get to eat all day long. Hi. Hello. Hey, Stein. I just blew. Hey, you. So I'm just waiting for him, and the reason I'm doing that is I'm working on him wanting to be with me. So I'm just waiting for him again. Okay, so you're hanging out, you're not moving. Let's work on this halter again. Petting him. I'm going to work on him flexing a little bit. Oh, that's better. Oh, nice work. Now I'm going to step away. Give him a little break there. We do it again. Working on him slightly getting to me. rope stuff, he got pretty nervous. So part of this could be left over from him being nervous about the rope. And again, Stein, we're not in the camera. He's following me. Licking and chewing, blowing. Hopefully you got to hear that. More blowing. We're over here, Stein. Stein. Oh boy. Okay, we're going to do the halter again. See if you can come into a better camera spot. That was interesting to see the drill again. I haven't seen the drill in a long time. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, so he's not leading away. I'm just petting him right now. Kind of checking in. With the arms above. Blinking. Lead away. I'm going to step back. Okay, let's go over by the camera. He's not going to go. We're going to try just going in a circle and then offering that forward movement again. That can help me keep the loose rope. Now he's hung up again. I'm going to do that circle again. So this is making the right thing easier. It's not hard for him to walk in a circle, but it's easier to walk in a straight line. We're going to do that circle again. Circle again. Bring up again. Circle again. So this is not a punishment. Just trying to make the right thing easier. relax. I think what I might do is as soon as he relaxes, maybe I'll take off that halter. So his ears are on me, but they're not moving around. They're not just like relaxed and looking around. He's blinking some. There he's coming to me. There how he went away. So he's still nervous. Now if he wants to walk around while he's on the halter, that's fine. I can just match steps with him. Tighten this halter a little bit more. Oh, did you see how he put his head up? I'm going to step back. There, he put his head in towards me just a tad. He's going to take it off. Because you know what? Getting it where he doesn't react at all when I put it on and off would be a very good thing. Oh, he's like, whoa, you took it off. You make me curious. Can I pet you now? Oh, yeah. I'm just kind of comparing where his head is at. Spots right there. Is that a good spot for you? Do you like that spot a lot? Huh? Finding his good itchy spot. So now the rope is jiggling while I do this. So while I'm scratching him and this rope is jiggling and wiggling all around him, that could be good. He's licking and chewing. This hay being here is a pain. To eat all day, you can survive for a little bit without eating. I really think you can. My style. So I could probably do the same thing for hours and hours. Just helping him know that I'm with him. Aware of all of our surroundings. So for the gentling process, or if you're doing a remodel, an animal that maybe didn't have such a good start, taking this time is really important. first, it could take hours to get up to try this. And we need to get accomplished. So taking that time and trying to read their body language is really important. I just scratched his withers and I stepped away. Now he's looking, he's turning his head towards me. He's licking and chewing. Hi, Stein. There you go. Here we go. It's your lesson. Now let's see about putting the halter back on. You ready? He leaned away just slightly, so I'm going to step back from him. Now he's just standing straight up and down. Step away, just kind of see what he does. See how he's leaning into me? Hi, you. Hi. Let's see if he'll take steps with me this time, or if he's going to fight that. So if you're doing pressure and release to get them to go forward, as soon as they come forward, release. Don't release that pressure until they do come forward. Oh, good boy. So you put his head up. Okay, let's see about, oh, did you see how his head went up? I can just step away. Say, oh, I see that you're nervous. Okay, so he's not coming towards me right now. I'm going to watch for other things. His ears, his eyes, his mouth, where he's leaning. All of those things are going to tell me how he's feeling. Right now his eyes are just kind of plastered open. There, he leaned towards me, put his head down, and he's blinking. That's my time to come back over here. His head went up just a little bit. I'm going to step back again. Eyes are really heavy, but I'm looking for one more signal that he's starting to relax more. his head is lower than when I first started to pay attention to it. I feel like my head is taller than the top of his neck right now. Now what I'm looking for is that relaxed state, and I want to leave him on a relaxed state so that way when I go to work with him again, he starts off in that relaxed state. They're not going to remember, it's not like they have a memory for something specific, but they have a memory for what makes them feel comfortable. See how his head went up just slightly? He's watching Stormy. He's walking around out there in the pasture. There, he didn't do anything. That's really good. What I would like to do is just see how he's like, oh my gosh, that's really nerve-wracking. I'm just gonna match steps and step away. Right now I'm working on his comfort level, not so much follow the lead rope, a little bit of that, but I'm working on his comfort level. Should we try this again? Okay, so now I'm going to pick up on that slack here, let him know that I'm coming. I'm going to ask him to turn his head. There, he did it. I'm going to release that pressure. I want him just to follow that without getting too nervous. Backing up. There'll be a nerves. See him raise his head there. I'm going to step back and say, oh, I see all of this. So now his ears pretty much just on me there. It's starting to move some. His eyes are wide open. There, they're starting to blink. So I'm sliding my hand down so he knows that something's going to happen. He knows that I'm going to ask him something. Oh, got nervous there. Okay, now I'm going to ask him for that flexing there. He's doing it already. A little bit more. There. Kind of turned his hind over, which is not what I was looking for, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. going to try to do this again. I'm going to slide my hand down the lead rope. And then I'm going to ask him for a little bit of flexi. Good boy. Good boy. Look at how much better he's leading now. Okay, we're going to do this one more time, and then we're going to be done with him. Now he's walking. That's what we're going to end on, Stein. Come over here with me again. There you go, good boy. He's growing, he's licking and chewing. These are all good things. See how he's turning his head away from me a little bit there? All right, now we're going to All right, guys, this is the end of the session for Stein today. We're working on helping him know that we're with him 100%. Quite a few licking and chewing, that's good. Some blowing, that's also good. So thanks for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And we'll be going to get Doc next. Alright guys, I'm back with Doc now, and what we're going to work on is just getting his foot up onto the farrier stools. And it could be just getting him to come close to it. We'll see how he does. Okay. Ready? Foot. Okay, so we're going to start with just touching it. There's not a lot that bothers him, so I got a feeling that this is going to go well. So if it's not going well, sometimes with awe, if I just got her to step on it, it would take away some of her fear. What you can do to get them to do with it. What? Deep. And then after they can set it up there, to get them to get it up there, and you can count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. And what we're going to do today is just working on getting him to be okay with putting his foot on the farrier stand. Now he's pretty okay with things, so I'm guessing that this is going to go well. Foot. There you go. Feet. If there's resistance, that means that they're feeling nervous or uncomfortable. That's where you're going to start to get that pullback and create bad habits, but we want to be creating good habits. Look at the machine. You ready? Foot. Whoops. So there's no reward when they're backing up. Snort even from you, huh? So you see how he's backing away from it? So that would just be nervousness. So sometimes what I've had good luck with is just asking him to step on it. There, he's willing to come over here and hang out next to the scary farrier stand. So we're going to reward that. And what I've had happen with some of the wilds, maybe even most of them, is when our farrier starts to trim them, he doesn't use the farrier stand at first, and then he starts to after they get home. And it kind of depends on the donkey, right? Some are going to be totally okay with it, some more nervous. They're all a little bit different. Ooh, whoops. He looks like he's going to back up. You see how he's kind of stiff? Ready? Ready? What? Deep. And then so I pay him each time I get him to touch it or put his foot on there. It can be walking onto the farrier stand with this one here because it has a big old flat base. One thing that I've learned doing this that it's good to do is keep your foot on the farrier stand. That way they don't pull it over. The two Mustangs are playing, they're biting each other's hind ends, going in a circle around each other. Are you ready? What? foot. Whoops. He's backing up. That's not what we want. You ready? Foot. Good one that we're going to put on that foot with that one there. And we'll go to his back foot. Okay, so it's going to be, it might be pretty common for them to pull away when you are trying to walk with this. Come on. Come on. So you could walk with it and have them follow you. That's less scary. When they get to follow the scary thing, then you can relax them about it. The other thing you can do is to get them to walk around it a lot. Remember all that groundwork that we've been practicing? It's a little test to see how centered your foot is. Because when they are really centered, they don't care about this. They don't care about scaring things when they're really centered. You can see how much he's like, oh, that is too scary. Stepped on it and he thought, ooh, that's scary. Okay, you can slide it over to him. And then when they don't react, even if you're not sliding it very close to them, that's a good time to pay them. Well, there, I slid it away from them. You know, so get creative with it, guys, when you're working on this. Good to get them used to coming up to a mounting block. So just being out here and sliding it a lot, but making sure that you hit on the right time when they look relaxed. They're putting their head down, they're listening and chewing. There, he didn't react at all for that one. So, he showed interest in it. His ears perked up, but he stayed put. And this could be all that we do is just move this thing around. There, he's getting brave enough to come towards it. Come on. reaction. His ears are pointing towards it. He didn't move away. There, did you see him lean away? I'm gonna let him chew his oats here. You see him looking at it now? Just kind of cocking his head and looking at it a little bit. Are you getting brave enough to come towards this? Now, if he wants to investigate it or check it out, I'm going to let him. Hi. Look at you, Doc. Are you going to be ready for the farrier stand soon? So he hasn't been trimmed from the farrier yet, but it'll probably be pretty soon now. So we want to make sure that he's good and ready. I want him comfortable with his feet. And even if the farrier can't use the stand yet, getting him used to this now, it's the right time to do that even before the farrier comes. Because even though the farrier may or may not use the farrier stand, getting him used to new things that are scary and building up that confidence. Hi. Okay, so I'm going to move it just a little bit. There, it was a little bit. You see he leaned, but he didn't go away. What? And he came towards me, even better. You ready? Good boy. See if we can put his right foot on there. I've only done his left so far. And I got a feeling moving this around to his back legs is going to take a little bit more time. Come on. So when you go in to start working on this, make sure you bring your patience with. Something new and scary like this could take some time. Good boy. Good boy. That a boy. Yeah. Yeah. Look at there how he just relaxed. That's great. There. Let's see if we can do this now. Are you ready? Are you ready? What? Oh, scary. Oh, so scary. Come on. Come on. There you go. I like him to take one more step with his left leg there. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. I'm going to let him sit here for a second and just get used to having that underneath them. Make this a good spot to be. Yeah, because we don't need to be afraid of the farrier stand, do we? Alright, are you ready to get some more oats? But you're going to have to pick up your foot. You ready? See how he's leaning back? That's not going to work yet. He's just too worked up and nervous now. You ready? Come back forward again. There, good boy. Ready? Foot. Good job. Good job. Are you ready? See how he's leaning back? Are you nervous? It's just a hunk of metal though. It's really nothing to be afraid of. You ready? There, he was taking his weight off his foot. Are you ready? Foot. Foot. That doesn't count, buddy. Now, if you don't have a farrier stand, you could probably just use anything, because anything new is always scary. And getting them so that they'll put their foot up onto something can be pretty scary. All right, let's try this one more time. Foot. Feet. We count that. Here you go. All right, so this is the first time introducing them to the farrier stand. We'll be doing this lots and lots, along with the rasp and the pick. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, I have my training assistant here, Paul, and we're going to keep working on this farrier stand with Doc. And so right now, just to get him around it and comfortable, I was going to give you the oats. We want to make the farrier stand a happy place to be.
He's nervous about it.
Do you remember when we taught them, the other ones, to step up onto a block to prepare them for the trailer?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, okay?
To try to make him step on it?
Sure. So we can break this down into small steps for them, just to help that be a nice, safe spot to be. And then sometimes on accident, you get, oh, there he stepped on it. Okay, so by stepping on it, he's hearing the scary metal sound.
It's pretty scary. It's a life-threatening thing for them.
Right?
He accidentally stepped on it.
There, oh, look at.
He got scared. Okay.
Well, we wouldn't want to pay him when he jumps and runs off.
Oh, okay.
And that's what he did, okay? So don't pay that behavior. Remember, whatever you're paying, whatever you're praising and paying.
Well, I said deep beforehand.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those hairy spots. I think I would have waited for that one because of how he jumped.
Okay.
Let's actually put that whole, there you go. Let's just, here, I'll take it.
Okay.
Because it could even just be on the ground, just to be out of the way. Now, again, if you don't have a farrier stand, which most people don't, right? If you don't have a farrier stand, you could just get creative on something. Could be a 5-gallon pail and try to put their foot up onto that. Okay, give them some more time to think.
Okay.
Okay? And use your chicken arms if he's getting into your space too much.
Okay. You can't have the oats until you step on it.
And with him, because he's pushy, I'm not even letting him have the oats until he's facing forward again.
It's kind of like when you're trying to first get him to step on it, you go in circles and circles and circles.
Right, but you can kind of avoid that.
Okay, how do you
by
do that?
slowing down. There, he's getting his head over it. So maybe I just want him to get square to it. There, he's squaring up. He's thinking about your oats.
Sorry, I was about to oat him for squaring up.
You see right now, like he's almost at the point that I could, there, okay.
Oat him?
Nope, because he's getting pushy again. Let me come to this side. Foot. Deet. There, he just touched it. So all I did is I had him touch it with his toe. We're going to keep this being a feel-good spot. I'm going to ask him for a step forward. There. Now I'm going to come over here. Ready? Foot. Whoops. Whoops. Now he's pretty square. I need him a little bit closer. Again, you could do this with a 5-gallon pail or get creative. Foot. Deet. So the more you slow down, the more you can get him to square up.
Okay.
Here you go.
Right when you walked away, he didn't square up anymore.
He's almost square. So then I'm also, I guess, giving him a little bit of direction with my rope, my lead rope.
Is that square enough?
Not yet, because his legs are twisted. Do you see how they're kind of pointing away? So I'm going to give him more direction with the lead rope to help get that squareness. There. Now relax for a second. Now ask for another step forward. There, he's pretty, oh. So more direction with the lead rope.
Oh, I told him to back up.
There, now relax for a second. And if he gets pushy, because he gets pushy for the oats, right?
Yeah.
Then I might ask him to back up. It's like, oh, we wanted to practice that anyways, right?
Yeah. Is that close enough?
No, because he can't put his foot on it. Give him oats, pay him for that. So the reason we're paying him right now is I moved it, and he's like, oh, that's kind of scary, but he stayed put.
Okay.
Again, pay him for that. We want him to associate this with feel good. Oh, but he kept his feet there. Pay him for that. Stand up to the side so people don't see just your back.
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
It's pretty hard to see what you're doing if I'm...
It is, and I guess I've been doing this now for a year with making videos. So I'm getting more used to trying to get myself in that position. Are you ready?
I am.
Whoops. Oh, he's pulling back. I'm just going to give him his foot back. Okay, there's no reason to have a match of wits. You know, when we first got Seamus, and then my horse Stormy is king of the pasture when he's out there by, you know, just with other animals. And Seamus, he was so funny. He's the only one that can eat with. Do you see how he's leaning back? He was saying, oh, I'm kind of scared. He's the only one that can eat right alongside Stormy. But watching him do it was amazing. Because Seamus would come up near Stormy, and then Stormy would give him ears. So Seamus would take one step back and hang out there. And once he didn't get ears right there, he would take another step forward. He's kind of pulling back again. Ready? Foot. Deet. Pay him for that. So Seamus would come, and let's just say that Stormy gave him ears when he was here. So then he would come back to here. And then when he could hang out here and Stormy would leave him alone, then he would take one step closer. And Seamus did this until he could eat alongside the horse, who would take bites out of other animals, other horses, if they tried to eat next to him. If we ever had a pushy horse, that horse would have bite marks on him. Okay, so now I'm asking for his leg to come forward.
Oh, I was petting him, sorry.
Just a little bit of pressure. There it comes. Nice job.
So I add too much pressure when I do this.
Okay, so too much pressure causing too much movement. Are you ready? Foot. Deet. Okay, I'm going to give it to you and you can try again. This is good because a lot of people that are out there working with their animals. Okay, so then you're going to work on just a little bit of pressure to get him to square up. Too much pressure causing too much movement. He's pretty square right now. He's close, close. More direction with that lead rope. You're close. How do we ask him to back up, Paul? Thumb down. That's right. There, good. And I probably wouldn't have deeded him for that because we just got done putting his foot on the farrier stand. So at this point, I would be asking for more. However, if we did too much and he couldn't take it anymore, then I would back up. I'm asking him to take a step back and he's kind of fighting it. That's okay. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna ask again. You see, my lead rope is not tight. There, I'm putting some pressure on it, but just a little bit.
So
there.
How much pressure are you adding compared to how much I am?
Well, it's hard to tell for sure, right? But not very much, I suppose. Ready? Foot. Deep.
That time you got a little mouthy a little bit.
Remember, they get mouthy when they're nervous. Okay, now I'm going to ask him to come over here. And I'm going to ask him to turn. There. Okay, so I'm giving him some direction. His head says, oh, I think I'm going to go. And I'm like, nope, hang out with me. Hang out with me. Hang out with me. Hang out with me. But I don't want that. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, right now the question is hang out with me. Okay, now I'm going to try it again. Ready? Foot. Deep. We're going to keep making this a feel-good spot to be. Okay, I'm going to give it to you and you can try again. So go with a little bit of pressure. Nice. That was a big amount of pressure. The way you moved your arm was a bigger amount. Okay, he's really good. Just try to keep him there for a second and then ask if he's ready and do it. There. Deep. Nice job, Paul. Way to go.
I gave him a big one because that was my first time.
Very good.
My first time ever trying to put one on a farrier stand.
Ooh. You didn't help with this with the other donkeys, the last set of 4 that we got? No. Huh. Interesting.
I was
all right.
gone, remember?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Paul did a little trip. Yeah. All right. So now he's set up again. You can ask again. He's leaning back. There's no reason to fight it, guys. Try to let go before it's a fight. That way we're not teaching them. There's a certain point where if you can let go before they're fighting it, then you're just saying to them, oh, I see you're a little nervous. But once they start to fight,
then you have to let go, right?
Well, not necessarily. The key really is to let go before they start to fight. And the reason is once they start to fight and you let go, then you're teaching them, oh gosh, I was scared. And now if I fight, they let go. So that's what they learn, to fight so that you let go. There. Oh, good. He's pretty square.
I did a lot of pressure there.
All right.
I recognize that. Ready?
Nice job, Paul.
What time are we at?
We're almost at our 15 minutes.
Okay.
And we'll be doing this with the back legs too, but right now it's okay that we're just focused on the front legs.
Ready?
Again, when our farrier comes out, whether or not he uses the stand just depends on how they are. Because we can get them really nice and comfortable with the stand with us, but the farrier is another person for them to get used to.
Here's a good noise.
And you can totally give them oats while you're making a noise like that.
Okay. Because you never know, the farrier stand might move.
Sometimes it does, yeah. And just even moving it. Yesterday when I was working with them, I was moving it, and he thought that was scary. All right, now ask him to walk up there again.
Okay.
You just have time for 1 or 2 more now, depending on how easily he walks up there for you. So a little bit of pressure, then you're being their friend. Right now his foot's kind of far back to do that. but his foot was too far back to reach the stand.
I could do your other foot. I could have. No, we want you lined up. I want you in my space. Space invader. I'm not asking for that. Is that?
There, yeah, you can do it now.
Okay. He fought it a little bit, but then he. All right, is that time?
I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to call it quits with him and grab Stein.
All right.
We're going to run out of daylight. So I'm going to walk him because I still want us to be able to see the difference of when I'm asking compared to when Paul's asking, because this could help a lot of people who maybe their cues are just a little bit different. Okay, so do you see?
Are different. I can notice that right now.
All right, you ready? Foot. Deep. There we go. All right, guys, I hope this is helpful with training your own donkeys. Please do hit that like and subscribe button. We are here with Doc, Polly Wally, and myself. Have an awesome day. All right, guys, we need to come up with a new name. So when he was helping me, make sure I don't get in Stein's way of his butt. When he was helping me with Doc, he was my assistant. And now he's going to help me with the Mustang. So what kind of assistant would he be now? Okay, match steps with him. So he has never been caught by Paul. Stein hasn't. No, I'm going to keep aiming it so you stay in the camera. Okay, now don't go just putting it on him. You got to check in with him to see how he's doing. You see how he stepped away from Paul just there? Oh yeah, he's got a dirty mouth. Stein has a dirty mouth. You should see what he says or hear what he says. Oh.
Should I go and show my hand?
No. People know what a dirty hand looks like. So you guys know that I've been working on haltering him without any oats, but now because he's with somebody new, there's nothing wrong with going back to, what's familiar, going back to using oats to help this. So he's doing the target training that he's used to. Now, try to put the halter over top of his neck and grab it from underneath. Oh, take a step back. Take a whole step back. There you go. Did you see how he came back into you? Did you notice how he raised his head? Yeah, he's like, oh, that's scary. Okay, so did you notice his body tense up?
A little bit.
Okay, so with Stein, when it seems like it's just a little bit, with Stein, he's really nervous.
Okay.
Remember, he's the one who used to drool, and he actually drooled. So Paul's just recognizing that he was a little stiff. So he's retreating. Move slower with Stein. Okay? And it's not a matter of moving like you're trying to be sneaky. It's just that he's so reactive that moving slow is good for him. And one day we're going to be able to incorporate more fast movements and all the other crazy stuff that he's going to need to get used to. Okay.
He didn't move his head. He was calm a little bit. He tensed up a little bit, but that's it.
Okay, so you're noticing that he tensed up. He's licking and chewing. So Paul noticed that he tensed up. Just go ahead and match steps with him now, Paul.
tense up, but his head raised.
Okay, and that's something to notice. His head raising means I'm a little bit nervous.
This is the first time someone else has haltered him, huh?
Dad has haltered him,
Okay.
but Dad's the only other one. And Dad's only haltered him one time.
I noticed when I'm like far away, his head drops. But when I'm close, his head raises like to the first.
So Paul says that when he's farther away, he notices that Stein's head drops. And when he comes closer, step away. Did you see him pull away from you?
Yeah.
That's one of those things you got to notice with Stein.
Okay.
With Stein, every little thing makes a difference. Look at that face, guys. You probably can't see it with how dark it is. He's had 2 or 3, 4 sessions where I didn't even work with oats, Paul, and I just did this advance and retreat stuff, just noticing every small change. So when you're working with him and you're moving your arms, you almost want to be like a ballerina. You don't want a fast movement, and you don't want it to be sneaky. You just want it to be really graceful. Oh, stop right there. He looks like he's following you. He's licking and chewing, guys, and Paul didn't give him oats. I need to get lights out here behind the barn. Ooh, he's coming up closer to you, Paul. And it sounds like he was still licking and chewing. I can't see from here if he was.
Yeah, he was licking and chewing when he walked up.
Okay, it sounded like it. Oh, take a step away. Say, oh, I see. Just one step. Say, oh, I see that you were feeling a little nervous. Now he's inviting you again. So Paul's just trying to notice every small thing.
He's like, that felt good.
Right? Can't believe how quickly it's getting dark out, you guys. We had been staying down at the barn until like 9 o'clock at night. Nice job, retreat. Retreat. Good job. So the reason I had him retreat there is everything was going really well. And sometimes when it's going really well, you need to not push it. So we had been being down at the barn till 9 o'clock on a regular basis, even 10 sometimes. So I work my full-time job and then come down here and then go up and edit videos. But now that it's getting dark out soon, and before we know it, it's going to be dark out at like 5 or 4:30. Nice job, Polly Wally. Good job. You could even pay him for that. Remember when we're training the donkeys to take a halter, we're doing all of these things before we're haltering them.
Yeah, but I didn't do it with Romeo.
Yes, so Paul was working with Romeo. You guys will have to check out that video. He was working with Romeo and he went a little too fast. And it happens to all of us, guys. He went a little bit too fast and now Romeo's terrified. So we have to help him work through that. So when that happens, don't sweat it. Just help him back through being comfortable and confident.
You have a really dirty mouth. What have you been eating? Dirt? I think he's been eating dirt.
Okay, so now you've been draping it over his neck. See if you can connect the two sides. Don't put it over his nose yet. Just pretend like you're going to tie it around his neck. You see how he just leaned away from you? He says, oh, I'm scared. There, he's coming back to you. There, he's scared. It doesn't matter. He's telling you he's nervous. And don't throw that rope up over top of his head. He will react to that. I'm watching the video too. You can see it. It's getting awfully dark though. There, just pretend like you're going to tie it. Say deet and give him his pay. Now do the same thing and try putting it over his nose. Don't tie it yet, though. He stepped away from you. Take a step away from him. Paying attention to every little thing. All right, we're watching now. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so now put it, drape it over top of his neck. I'll hook you up. See if you come forward, if he'll come forward with you. Oh, he will. Okay, I'm going to hook you up.
Thanks. Look who's behind me.
Very nice. Okay, so now put it over the top of his neck. Like drape it down. Oh, take a step back when that happens.
I moved it too quickly.
Yep, he's very sensitive. Dan calls them donkeys on crack. And Frank's not a donkey on crack. Hey, he could be. He is a Mustang, but Stein sure is.
Pet him this time. He's scared of this, so I pet him and then I'm going to go.
So you still want to have more of a ballerina-like movement. So move like a ballerina when you're around him. Really, really graceful, not sneaky, but really graceful. See how he put his head up?
Yep, that's why I took a step back.
Good job. We're running out of daylight so fast. I'm going to come over here and see if I can help you. Yeah, aim the camera. Okay, guys, so at this point, I just want to get the halter on because I don't want to leave him at a state of nervousness and not okay with the halter. Do you have it aimed over here, Paul? Oh, you're kind of nervous? Is it aimed over here?
Yeah.
All right. Good boy. All right, so the halter's on, guys. I'm tying it right now. It's a good boy. Come on over here. Come on. Stein, here, let me see the oats. Stein. Stein. Come on. Nose. Oh, nose. Deet. All right. All right, guys, you can see that he's wearing his halter. Boy, is it just so dark out. I need more daylight. If you guys can order that for me, that would be just totally awesome. I would love it. Here we go. All right, guys, so I'm here with, again, Polly Wally. You got to put your head in the camera so they can see you. Polly Wally, Stein, and myself. Thanks for watching, and have an awesome day. Please hit that like and subscribe button.